Picture this. You're strolling through the grocery aisles, picking up foods that look fresh and wholesome. But did you know some of those items might be genetically altered in ways you can't even see? Welcome to the world of GMOs, genetically modified organisms. Today, we'll lift the veil on GMOs, explore their origins, and find out how they become such a big part of our food. Stick around to learn what the biotech industry isn't eager to talk about. Hey there, welcome to Eye Opening, where we dig into the stories behind what you eat. Today, we're diving deep into GMOs, what they are, how they got into our food system, and whether they're as safe as we're told. If you've ever wondered what's really in your food, you're in the right place. The story of GMOs dates back to the 1970s, when scientists figured out how to transfer genes between organisms. This discovery paved the way for the first genetically modified crops, starting with the Flavor Savor tomato in 1994, which was designed to stay fresh longer. Though it didn't last long on the market, it opened the door to other genetically modified crops like Bt corn and Roundup Ready soybeans, which soon became staples in U.S. agriculture by the late 1990s. Bt corn, for example, has been modified to include a gene from the bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis, Bt, that allows the plant to produce its own pesticide. The goal was simple: protect the crops from pests without relying as heavily on chemical sprays. But GMOs aren't just limited to plants. In 2015, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, approved the first genetically modified animal for human consumption, Aqua Bounty salmon, which grows twice as fast as a regular salmon. Despite its approval, the public's reaction was one of concern, with many worried about unknown health effects and environmental risks. One GMO that has stirred up a different kind of conversation is golden rice. This is a variety of rice that has been genetically engineered to produce beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A. The idea behind golden rice is to combat vitamin A deficiency, which is a major cause of blindness and health issues in developing countries. It's an example of how GMOs can potentially serve humanitarian goals, aiming to provide essential nutrients to populations that rely heavily on rice as a staple food. However, despite its noble intent, the debate around golden rice has been fierce, with critics concerned about corporate control over seeds and the long-term effects of introducing genetically modified crops into diverse ecosystems. So, let's break it down. A genetically modified organism, GMO, is an organism whose genetic material has been altered in a lab, usually by inserting genes from another species. This process allows scientists to create crops that are resistant to pests, tolerant to herbicides, or like golden rice, fortified with vitamins. For instance, Roundup Ready soybeans have been modified to survive being sprayed with glyphosate, a weed killer that destroys everything else in the field but leaves the crop unharmed. Sounds efficient, right? But here's the issue. There are growing concerns about the safety of glyphosate, with the World Health Organization linking it to cancer. While GMO proponents say the benefits outweigh the risks, these health and environmental concerns make it hard to ignore the potential downsides. Are GMOs the only way to feed the world? Not necessarily. There are other methods of farming that can be more sustainable, such as organic farming, permaculture, and regenerative agriculture. These systems focus on soil health, biodiversity, and working with nature instead of relying on genetic engineering and synthetic chemicals. They can be more labor-intensive, but they produce food that's often healthier and more nutrient-dense. As a consumer, you can also play a role. When you shop, look for labels that say non-GMO or organic. Choosing these options helps support farmers who prioritize sustainability over corporate control. Plus, it gives you more confidence about what you're putting on your plate. The story of GMOs is complicated. While they have brought advancements in agriculture and nutrition, like golden rice, they also come with potential health risks and environmental impacts that we're still figuring out. At the end of the day, it's about making informed choices. By supporting sustainable and non-GMO options, you can help push the food system toward one that prioritizes health, transparency, and long-term well-being over short-term profits. Thank you for watching. If this video made you think twice about your food, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content on food, health, and sustainability.